So I'm here today with Derek Steen. He's an appraiser, and I wanted to spend a little time asking you, how long have you been licensed?
I've been licensed as a real estate appraiser for 15 years, mainly concentrating on Southern California.
Nice, and that's how we met. Several months back at a transaction in Oceanside.
That's correct.
Yeah, you were awesome.
Thank you.
What school and classes did you attend to get your appraisal credentials and license?
Yeah, so the licensing process for real estate appraisers is a little different than real estate agents, et cetera, et cetera. It's basically driven by experience. So they want you to work underneath a licensed real estate appraiser. It's all done by hours, but the hours work out to be anywhere from 1.5 years to 2 years. So you're kind of in that apprentice status, and once you gather the hours, then you take a test. And the test is really difficult, and I think the passing ratio is like 50 or 60% the first time.
Wow.
So it's a process.
And are you liking your profession?
I love my job. It's a great job because I have the freedom to make my own schedule. I don't work for anybody. The orders come across my computer, complete the assignment, upload it. So it gives me a really good life balance.
Great. That's good to know. The opportunity I'm taking today is I wanted to learn a little bit more about the process and the mystique around it. As a realtor, I find that there's a lot of nerves that go into the day we're having the appraisal and waiting for the appraisal values to come back. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you could share with me that would help us as realtors to have a better experience, or for you to have a better interaction with us?
I think probably the biggest thing that is frustrating for your side and for my side is when the house is either A, mispriced from the beginning, mm-hmm. or B, the house is priced, and then ultimately there's a bidding war that happens that pushes the price of the house higher than even you thought it was worth at the price that you listed. So as an appraiser, I come in wanting to get to the true value of the house, but the price has been pushed beyond what I feel the house is worth, which creates a bad situation for you, your client, and the buyer or seller.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. That's great. One of the questions I'm asked by my clients, what are the top improvements that can add value to their home?
Well, the way we do improvements, or the way we view improvements, is we're looking at the overall condition of the house. So I may be in a house where everything is perfect. I may be in a house where they've only done the kitchen, they haven't done the bathrooms. Traditionally, if the kitchen's done, generally the bathrooms have been done, and that having those things done along with a really good overall presentation of the house gives me the ability to put you in a condition rating where I feel the house has been improved upon and it's not in average or original condition. Okay.
And is there any things that you see most common in homes that adversely affect the home as far as maintenance, or that you often see where it really can significantly reduce the price? Or
I think once again it comes down to condition. When you walk into any house, I think after doing this for 15 years, I've got the ability to immediately start sizing things up. Flooring, windows, kitchen, bathrooms, baseboards, ceiling scraped, and on and on and on and on. So there's not one thing that you can do, or a little trick to make it better. The condition is what it is, and I'm the one that makes the call on how I feel it should be slotted in the scale.
In the value range.
Correct.
For each item. And then one of the last things I wanted to ask you is with, as you know, the market has been really good for an extended amount of time.
Absolutely. Uh-huh.
And where do you see home values going from here?
Well, we could have this conversation over dinner with 10 different people and get 10 different opinions. But my personal opinion, from being through the big bubble when it popped and this and that, I think this time the difference is all the mortgages that have been written since the bubble burst, and we can argue about that too, but let's just say '08. I think the banks are sitting on great paper. People have jobs now that are getting mortgages. They've got equity, they're putting money down, they got skin in the game. So I think we have a solid foundation for the people that have purchased since the crash. So then you say, okay, well, what can derail it this time? I feel that there's a couple things. Interest rates. I think if rates continue to climb and get to a certain point, the affordability factor can really affect, as you know, your buyer being able to buy and afford that house. And then it could be something like a global catastrophe, where the money in the banking system gets rocked. But other than that, I think that this time around the market's in really good shape, and it's going to be one of those two things, and it'll probably end up being rates at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much, Derek. Again, Derek Steen, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
And, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
All right, wonderful.